Hi students, welcome to the class. Today we will take up another very important topic on grammar, and our topic today will be determiners. The determiner these are words or phrases which comes before nouns, and they define, fix or determine the nouns. Mana noun ki meaning se hena define tokpa aduga noun se definitely, indefinitely haiba khanganba natragana generally haiba khanganba aduga noun gi range yami yamde haidana khanganba adugumba words singni. So you must have come across determiners in your 8th standard, even in 9 and in 10th it is included in your syllabus. So it is very important to understand what determiners are. Adon determiners si kari kari no akong khanarage yang siko. Determiners hairaga and harise before noun lakadabani words ni or word phrases ni and when tawdusi kaino noun se fix tawba define tawba determine tawba natraga magi range so torokpa dugumba makal gi function mayam tawi aduna yamna koi thokta bida akoina understand tawnanaba determiner se kana no oiba yabage habada akoi gi articles a n the haiduna amalegani sigi group se determiner chingi aduna a ga n gana akoi gi indefinite oidana ko a person came to my house yesterday hadi mi ma ko yumdala am habani adu mata tarak badaina the person wanted to meet my father agadi hariba mi oyaduna ai gi baba do unaninga mi adu di madudana definite ohan by one smai tawduna a and the later and then akoina possessives ko possessives haraga my your his or natraga chaubers manipurs adu ada sumaina and then amaromda demonstratives ko demonstratives singsisu determiners ni kudamoina this that those gumbo ko pokoi su determiners ki group ta chinge and matang chatharak pada aikoina sorry distributives ko distribute tawba tunga na khaidokpa distributives ta each every either ko neither gumba sumaina khara laikre mokoi singse distributive ni and then atopa mayam ama leibada yongo stage the articles ki group laire possessive ki pronouns ki ko possessive adjectives haigera demonstrative adjectives haigera adigi distributives haigera go ki group similar laire and then we have quantifiers ko quantity takpa quantifiers says ta koina many gumba ko adigi lot of gumba lots of gumba a lot of gumba ko adigi much quantity gi adigi various several mayamama mojiju koina chingadoini and koina matang tarakpa matamda koina ordinals and cardinals ko masingi ordinals and cardinals say 1 2 3 4 5 adigi saista koina first second third ka haiba waising okoi sisu akoina koi gi kenoda determiners ta so determiners se yam gre ko aduga koina sum panba yabada fractions su determiner ni fractions say for example half quarter gumba adigi thrice 4 times gumba moising sisu rakadoni ko aduna we will discuss about the list of determiners in our next class ko habadi we can recognize more than 50 plus determiners ko in all aduna certain others say for example sumaina such haiba su determiner ni rather su predetermined determiner sizinai adigi musigi leiba mayam sida koina kano sing sisu interrogative sing sisu ke which kumba what kumba moisu determination nai whichever determiner ni whatever determiner ni smana mayam ama laikre. So in order to simplify our lesson, let us take up groups of determiners which can represent groups of nouns. If I use this determiner, I can refer to such and such kind of nouns. My, your, his, this, that, those, each, every, either, neither, like and then lady sing asida charak pa man oni yeng bada dum bhab taram gani ko many ga haiba lots of a little haiba few haiba the few a few mayam se adu ko group oina khaido kan da gyan tani aduna aikoi han ba tamba ya ba mawong da khoina group ama lawraga yengsi ko let's just have a look by making groups of determiners which can be used before the nouns to determine and quantify them for your understanding. First of all, let's consider the class 1. Nouns which are singular and countable. Sumai to bakanda sinaba yaba samna haraga a a man have yagani ko a boy have yagani and sinaba yagani and then let's say each sinaba yagani every then either neither and for example one and etc. Adudi sigi singular oiba countable oiba noun sing sida aikoina sigi group of kano sing se determiner sing se aikoina yenga ga sinaba yani. Now let us come to a si kana da sinage har kanda koina ngang wang da tamiduni ko sound consonant ki sound lerim taragadi any noun amagi mamang da any noun ama leiba matam da hariba noun if the noun if a noun starts with the sound of a consonant, the consonant sound. Consonant sound leradi a sinabayani. Kudamana a cow ko. Advain to na a university. You know? How badi you na hawi ko. We have written the letter U, which is in fact a vowel. However, when you pronounce this word, we pronounce it university. So the sound starts with the sound of U. So the sound starts with the sound of U. Y, U. Ko aduna Y sound lakmanina a university hagadaba. Let's say a unique object. Here also the sound is of your Y. Adumai talk to A have just my sinare, but it should always be a singular noun. Ko. Adumai talk to N. Damu yung si N hairagadi vowel sound lerakanda. Ko vowel gi sounds e hairiba noun to the lerakanda. Adumai talk to an elephant hairasina yakoina ko because it sounds the sound of E, which is a vowel, an elephant hai. However, kayumbada and air. You says the even that it starts with H, but we have written N because the sound is of air. A is a vowel, and air. Go. Then let's say an honest person. Now this is a noun phrase. Here the word starts with H, but the sound comes of O, honest. An hour, an honorable person. So my A N gilizagre. So A N kano city, A N city, you can use with any countable noun, not with uncountable nouns. Ko A water have yaroeva. Yagadro? Yaro, A water yaro. Aduna N air have yaro. Things which are countable, like this marker, a duster, ko a brown duster, a white marker. We are more concerned here, each. Now, each na phongdo ko dojing singang sa ko. Each. Each is singular. Magi nungi oiba arthada each is singular ni. Aduna singularity oraga mangonda ko na khangdo se it is distributive ko. Tungan na tahanba. Aduna, say for example, these are three objects. The object ahum khak lere. Hairiba ahum se. I have I have 3 pens. How many pens? 3 pens. Now if I write like this, each pen costs ₹100 rupees. Now look at this. Each pen, now here comes cost. So this is present indefinite tense. I have written this sentence in present indefinite tense and I have put an S here. That indicates that this each is considered singular. Habadi aigi kolom ahum lay. Kolom amamam se lupa chama pi. Kolom ama, kolom ani, kolom ahum. 1, 2, 3. Sisu chama pi, sisu chama pi, sisu chama pi. So I am using each in a sense of singularity. Each na mean tawrise singular oigadabane ba. Ko aina pen ahum lere haraga pen ahum se aina keno ne haidana lupa cham pi haidana each pen san ibe ade seisa. Ko each pen hagadabase pen san ibe ade ha. Bab taradro aduna each habase ekona sam kharada masing ama dagi henba masing ama dagi henba ani ahum mari gumba yam yam banataba khara khakta masing ama dagi henba ani ahum mari swaina khara khak leiba matamda makhoi sing dubu tongana sisu aduni distribute tongna hona matamda da aikoina masigi each hairiba aikoigi determiner se sizinai bab tare ko adumain tawduna. Let us take up one more example on each ko. There were some boys in the room. Say some say ahum gumba ani gumba or a few boys harsi. There were a few boys in the room harsi or not there were some boys in the room harsi. But says ta ina boys in sta ina sma ibi. Each boy was holding a packet of biscuit. Adudi each boy hadi angang khuding mangna angang amamam duna mari manga leramba angang duda adu angang dusu makutta biscuit packet amamam pairami haiba adunadi aikoina each the attention pigadaba mafam se kaino harakanda each haibase singular ni and so the follow toriba potse noun do singular oina follow torokani singular countable and accordingly magi verb adusu singularity bu so tawbungamba verb na follow tawgani habani yare ko aduna each habase yam yamadana taba ani ahum marida. And now sigi matang tarakpada each loirakpada let's come to every habasisu aina ngasai singular countable noun haina irabanina masu singular noun desin nagadaba ko noun is singular rakanda na tadi ade. Now every have a say kona singular ni masu distributive ni adubu each ka maga khena basi karino harakanda every is a number se khara yamakanda. Suppose there are 20 students or 30 students or 40 students in a class, I can say that every student in this class, every student singular in this class asida do moi loina ma se series oina angang khuding ma angang loina ma class sigi hana haibani adumai tawdana yengo example oina every person is unique mipum khuding mak unique oi harimni adi media me adubu every habasina magi sense singular oi khradana person nahin harami every person sabiyati every person ko adumaina khangadaba digi suppose mu yengsi ko se sai ina haiba adumaina there are 20 students masing yami ko each hairaga di khara khaktani every hairaga di loina yamna ni ko there are 20 students in the classroom sima mu lere mastaina hairiba 20 students ki mahut se laga every student should bring one sapling each. Yung isa some nakand is hapsang grisay na. Adubu haining idi every student should bring haba. Satra kuding mang na pura kadabani one sapling amamam. Every student should bring one sapling. Kasu kaide one sapling each. Mana jom pura kadabani ma jom pura kadabani. Tunga saigi every student have to the class to series join na moi kun mak pulok loksan gibi wani. All of them together. Ko aduna every have di loina mo have ni se ko ilai na. Every day is a new day. Adu di say the every haraga day lai singular ni ko. Aduna every and each have se aikoi na singular ne have se khangadaba. Yare ko siba. Then sumaina each of us. It's the confusion. Us have any ko. Each have any. The each of us here is. You know, is. Man each label each the subject when low kata singularity low kata man is have to whatever you want to write. Every one of them haraga is la kada ko magi sigi every is na low krabani ko aduna layriba sentence ire ko matamda each of us here is haraga aduna tani every one of them is hakadaba are have ya ko aduna ma se aikoina kari hana laure distributive ni loina na singular ni have ko determiner da adudi let's come to either hari se akoi gi magi meaning se one of two ani gi marakta ama haribni one of two harini adudi samai tawdana yengse I have two dogs. Ai hui ani lere ko either is barking. Amana ni khonga ise haiba. I have two dogs. Either is barking. Ani dugi marakta amana khongi haiba. Adudi ani dugi manungda ama haibani. To ani dugi manungda haina clear ama haise clear oina ba yengo either end of the road is blind or blocked. Ado either end haise. Adudi road haibadi se ni lambi ni chali mi se sa ko se lambi chatpham ni ada end habadi c end amani c end amani ada either end of the road is blocked habadi blind habadi sigi nakan se amadi phawba yade chatpa yade haiba baptai ko aduna sumai lera men khalo end of the road is blind adudi lambi gi maton se fully blind oi phawba yade aduga determiner supply taw hairo adu itadi says that either end or natraga an end of the road is blind usually either end of the road is blind haven't phai sumai taw ani lebani na end of the road se ani legi damina ani du makta ama haidna sinabu yai either end have ko aduna either have se distributive ni masu mana lerami po se ani du makta ama habani ani du marakta amadi blind ni have aduna either have se koi na khangado se one of two habani ko dege muk amtanga hapam kige either boy is lying. Angang ani lebada amadi minami habi either boy is lying. Angang ani jimung amadi soidang wangang se mase minami bani haba tuna. Aina either haraga boy harak taraga di consideration di angang ani neba. Ani du mukta ama habani. We mean two boys ko. Adubu aina speak to matamda aina what's utter to matamda either boy haraga di I'm considering one boy out of the two habani. So it is one of two habani. Tumalere ko either gi matangda. Now let's come to neither. Neither haragana none of two. Ani ki marakta amataba amabha oroidaba. Se khudam mo nanga sai haigi budo neither end of the road is blind. Lambi gi nakan animak se sigi nakan animak somgi end animak se lon chatusin yabani. Blind neither end of the road is blind. You say that ends the one end, two end. Ani later, ani later goes to mistake the sinner matamda end the s yaraktrisi. So it shows that neither has fixed the number of ends to 1 ko aduna ma je singular hai je man fix up sang grabani neither sinaragadi it is 1 ko neither nor nate neither nor is a conjunction we are not considering that we are considering neither as a determiner. Determiner means a word that comes before the noun and fixes the range of the noun ko magi reference to noun dugi ma do fix to khradaba bane aduna maram moraga neither se aina determiner ina sinam matam da sigi end hariba noun na sigi mamang da precede tawrega before the thame haraga mana end je ama ni hen akakna na khangan grabane ko so neither end of the road is blind and smile lakani. Okay, now the number 1 ko number 1 say yang say I have one anything pen on my desk. One have si any masing ama kakang ni habe wanda she has 1 hour left before her exam. Aduna hour se 1 sangkrabani na mangonda singularity la ise pen se 1 sangkrab aduna 1 hajina pen do single ni hajina fixed option kreba define to kreba karamba pen ama kaktang oba pen ada sumai tawduna a n each every either neither one sina group amani singular countable noun sing da moise sina bayai aduga asidagi khitang hentoktana akoina sinagi hairagana say for example half have a wise fraction je masu akoina kanoni countable noun sina bayai aduga ma su singularity ni ma utu se half a minute is left for the exam. Half a minute is like sudro singularity is only a minute is left for the exam determiner half a minute hapsalo sine technique se or amukshu hapsalo lay mayam amako for example a minute is left for the exam hare determiner half a minute is left for the exam another amaga hapo smaina half a minute is left for the exam habisda nangna muk only half a minute is left for exam and only suni ko masu determiner ni quite suni rather suni such suni memly I'll provide you the list ko in our next class. For the time being, let us understand what determiner is. Karino ko into do siya determiner siya. So any sentence am igi sa ko. Let me write a sentence here. Ko. A beautiful flower hay ba. Determiner hapo harba. Adudi what the mathau siya determiner is to be have nida. What a beautiful flower. Or natragana from these asigi marks tagi amu yang se ko. Asigi groups tagi amu yang se. There are a few boxes in the room. Box contains a dozen of oranges. Sika sa determiner ni ko. Aduna there are a few boxes in the room. Box contains a dozen of oranges. Hay bakanda man says that pili bisa a box contains a dozen of oranges. Hay rodi. So lady ba few boxes sida a box contains a dozen of oranges. Sadi muy marak tu dagi box amana orange dozen na mayawi. Komla trying to yawi chakrane ba. Instead of that, if I use each box contains a dozen of oranges, that means all the boxes there inside the room has 12 oranges in it. Adugi wani. Aduna fare adudi angang sa yango. Aikoy gi determiner se ang sina ahubani ko. And I hope you must have understood the basic idea about determiners, what they do, and what are the determiners which you can use in singular plus countable nouns, not in uncountable nouns ko. Say koina uncountable noun da di habi yar roi ba ko, koina countable nouns da haiga da ba ko. Okay? Plural countable nouns. The determiners which are used before the nouns which are countable and as well as plural countable nouns. So let's see the list of plural countable nouns, which are probable list in fact ko yang si aduna plural countable nouns ki ko kari kari lagi yang si ko na khang bada few, let's say a few, then the few, many is plural and countable, and then various, several, and then 2, 3 numbers, and then let's say those, these, etc. So a few ne, the few ne, many ne, various and several, 2, 3, those. See the koi na khangani 2, 3, those, these, these mangoes, those books, 3 books, 2 boys, khangani. Let's start with few. Few have say almost nil gumbani kasu. Masing di kang yauba plural oiba ko. Few say for example an example am pide adu khangani yang si ko. If I write few members attended yesterday's board meeting, hardi. Says the man is few is plural or members. Let's say that there was a meeting yesterday. A meeting was conducted yesterday. And all the members, let's say enough members were expected in the meeting, but few members attended. Habadi yamdana kajikak ani ohum kak. Habadi meeting do mapung phatre. The meeting was not supposed to be a fruitful meeting because most of the members were absent. Few in the sense 1, 2, 3. Few gi sense 1, 2, 3. Not much. Kajikatang few indicates a quantity which is very low. Though it is plural, considered plural. So if the meeting was attended by few members, then it means that the meeting was not fruitful due to absence of many of the members. Few sina adugumba indicator ama oheli. Then adagi amuk yang si the class was incomplete as few boys came. Magi class to. So if there is a class, if there was a class on any topic or let's say any classroom, however the class was declared incomplete because few boys came or few students came. Habadi machine do suda dana watana. So mana few na indicate or is yaw the bucket sap money have. Ama yarsu ani yarsu magi adequacy do later have. The class was not attended adequately by the boys. Adequate boys were not there in the class having it. Few na hining is members di lai, boys di lai, or nataga things di lai. To budabu high riba things nataga boys nataga members to aduna pangthok kaduriba thoramagudu gidamak complete oidre harakanda mapung phadre harakanda inadequate aire harakanda aikona masing do yamdre adugi matik likre harakanda koina few sineba. However, few itself is a plural determiner which is used before nouns nouns, plural nouns. Similarly, now let's come to a few. A few haragadi mase akoina some maina consider tawai. A few have just some gumbane. Cause some of the kara haradi mangonda hairiba thabak tugi pangthok na ba khotok na ba tabu matamda adu mapung ore habi wani ko admaina he left a few minutes ago. Minute kharagi mamang da si. A few minutes ago. He left a few minutes ago. Ma minute kharagi mamang da sat khrabani habagi damakta says the plural nina s yaurish. Minutes s ka. The mana he left a few minutes ago. So the muk few players participated in the Olympics from Manipur. Haidi sanaroi kharana Olympics to the Manipur dagi yauki ko adi few players haise cheista machine khara sta ina a hapagadi a si yaudradagi Manipur dagi Olympics to yaubada mi do ama mangai ani mangai have few players participated in Olympics from Manipur habadi there was only 1 or 2 or 3 players from Manipur in the Olympics have. If I say a few a few players participated in the Olympics from Manipur. There were at least some players from Manipur. It could be 5, 6, 10. Maga the difference between few and a few is very, the margin is very close. You can say that few indicates nilness. And it is plural. And a few indicates a number. A number which is very near to some. So what we need to understand is when we use few, we are indicating a negativity in the numbers. And when I say a few, then you must understand that a few does indicate or refer to some quantity. Similarly. Now what about the few? This is a little confusing for the kids. Mana says the few harabanina, sigi dazina, definite nasamatacre, definite article mamon hapsalamina. So the few is like a few. However, when I say the few, you must understand the nouns, the plural nouns, from the reference or from any other source. You must understand that the few is used when you know what noun is being referred to from the context or from any other source. So for example, the Maheikol the few eggs in the refrigerator are all spoiled. Says that the few eggs, which eggs in the refrigerator? Since it is plural, I have put are here. The few eggs in the refrigerator are all spoiled. Yareko? Aduna haning idi freezer to the refrigerator to the thamiba yerum khara ado haiba. Refrigerator da leiba yerum khara ado spoiled or haiba. So when you say the few eggs, then you must ask which eggs. So it should come in the sentence that it is somewhere, let's say in the refrigerator here. So if you write the few as a determiner, then you must understand that this determiner the few should be understood, the few eggs should be understood from the sentence or from the context. It must be clear, otherwise you can write this. Say for example, a few eggs in the refrigerator are spoiled. It's okay. Refrigerator to the lairiba yerum khara amadi palepume. A few eggs in the refrigerator are spoiled. There are some eggs in the refrigerator and a few are spoiled. And if I say the few eggs in the refrigerator, that means there are only a few eggs in the refrigerator and they are spoiled. And if I say few eggs in the refrigerator are spoiled, it means that there are many or there are some eggs in the refrigerator and few are spoiled. It means one or two, or it is being used, few is being used in order to indicate that it is okay, not to worry, because eggs are spoiled, but just a few. Few means 1 or 2 only are spoiled. Aduna haibanina few na hari is spoiled to the it is as if no egg has been spoiled. Though few means plural. Yareko adugumbani. Adumain tawdana the few eggs in the refrigerator are spoiled. Let's take up another example also. I ate the few bananas. I ate the few bananas that were kept on the table. See, I ate what? The few bananas. Which few bananas? That were kept on the table. Table matakta leirambala foi khara doine chathoe. That means there were some bananas on the table and I have eaten it. So I can say that I ate the few bananas. There were few, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have eaten it. But in order to make the sentence more correct, you must say the bananas which were kept on the table. Bananas that were on the table. So this word, the few, means those bananas which were on the table. So you have to indicate, you have to show when you are using the with few, you have to show the things, whether the bananas or the eggs or any other thing, in the sentence, in the context. You must show it so that you can understand that which bananas. If you ask which bananas, you need to answer on the table, which were on the table. So this is how the few is used. So this is clear, this is clear, this is not a very difficult one. Many refers to a large quantity. Okay? Many boys are playing chess. So this is very simple. I have many good friends in the school. So many you can use. Many indicates a large quantity, a lot of numbers. When it comes to countable ones, countable nouns. You can say many water, you can say many air, you can say many with uncountable nouns. Many is supposed to be used with countable nouns. You can't use many with any uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, as you know, there are a few of them. There are feelings, childhood and brotherhood. Many brotherhood, many childhood. Uncountable nouns don't take many as a, what do you call, determiner. Now let's come to various. Same thing, varieties, various. Masu many have any of different kinds have any. Man say highly varieties ki type the many ni masu. Various types of animals are found in tropical regions. Tropical regions include various types of animals. So, various has a plural sangrabhanina, say the types later. See the of animals ki one is called. Various types, various kinds. Various kinds of books can be read in this library. Various kinds of books can be found or are kept in this library. Aduna different kinds in large quantity. Various types in large quantity. The man handing is a makal maka ayamba. Makal makha mayama makal makha ayama mayama this type that type mayam pusalakanda. Various flowers bloom in the month of April. Habadi, in the month of April there will be lots of flowers, different kinds of flowers blooming at a time. Let's call any kind of flower. Your marigolds might bloom, then your sunflower might bloom, and the daisies and the other, hibiscus, China roses. So different kinds. It is various. Yareko.